ਵੈਲਕਮ ਬੈਕ ਪ੍ਰੋਗਰਾਮ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਦੇਖ ਰਹੇ ਹੋ ਰੋਡ ਟੂਡੇ 360 ਮੈਂ ਹਾਂ ਤੁਹਾਡਾ ਆਪਣਾ ਮਨਨ ਗੁਪਤਾ ਇਸ ਪ੍ਰੋਗਰਾਮ ਨੂੰ ਪੇਸ਼ ਕੀਤਾ ਜਾਂਦਾ ਹੈ ਰੋਡ ਟੂਡੇ ਮੀਡੀਆ ਗਰੁੱਪ ਵੱਲੋਂ ਔਰ ਕੋਸ਼ਿਸ਼ ਹੁੰਦੀ ਹੈ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਤੱਕ ਟਰੱਕਿੰਗ ਟਰਾਂਸਪੋਰਟੇਸ਼ਨ ਟ੍ਰੈਫਿਕ ਔਰ ਆਟੋਮੋਟਿਵ ਵਰਲਡ ਦੀ ਜਾਣਕਾਰੀ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਪਹੁੰਚਾਈ ਜਾਵੇ ਟਾਈਮਲੀ ਪਹੁੰਚਾਈ ਜਾਵੇ ਤਾਂ ਕਿ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਉਹਦਾ ਇਸਤੇਮਾਲ ਕਰ ਸਕੋ ਔਰ ਸਾਡੇ ਸਟੂਡੀਓ ਵਿੱਚ ਅੱਜ ਖਾਸ ਮਹਿਮਾਨ ਪਹੁੰਚੇ ਹੋਏ ਨੇ ਬਰੂਸ ਆਊਟਰੀਚ ਬਰੂਸ ਵੈਲਕਮ ਬੈਕ
ਥੈਂਕ ਯੂ
ਜਿਹੜੇ ਲੋਕ ਬਰੂਸ ਨੂੰ ਨਹੀਂ ਜਾਣਦੇ ਜੇ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਮਿਲਣਾ ਚਾਹੁੰਦੇ ਹੋ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਦੀਆਂ ਜਿਹੜੀਆਂ ਰਾਈਟਿੰਗਸ ਨੂੰ ਪੜ੍ਹਨਾ ਚਾਹੁੰਦੇ ਹੋ ਤੇ ਰੋਡ ਟੂਡੇ ਮੈਗਜ਼ੀਨ ਦੀ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਲੇਟੈਸਟ ਐਡੀਸ਼ਨ ਪੜ੍ਹ ਕੇ ਦੇਖੋ ਉਹਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਕਾਫੀ ਕੁਝ ਜਾਣਕਾਰੀ ਮਿਲੇਗੀ ਹੀ ਟਾਕਸ ਅਬਾਊਟ ਹਾਊ ਟੂ ਬੀ ਪ੍ਰੋਫੈਸ਼ਨਲ in the trucking industry based upon his own rich experience because he has been serving the industry for almost more than 30 years. So Bruce, you bring tons of valuable experience and that is why you have been recognized by industry peers associations. I know a couple of years back honorable Jason Kenney, Canada's immigration minister at that time, he also awarded you with the Road Trip Ambassador of the Year award. So a lot of kudos, lot of hard work goes into all those achievements and you don't stop, you don't you keep on trucking, you keep on moving.
Trucking.
And I know in the fall of this year you'll be the guest speaker at the Fleet Safety Council's educational annual conference. So definitely lots of avenues to learn, to get informed. Tell us, you have been an author as well. You have written, I think, at least 3 to 4 books.
Yep.
So tell us something about those.
Well, there's a couple different books out specifically for the transportation industry. One is called Running by the Mile, which is a publication for anybody looking to start a truck and get into being their own business. This takes you through the steps that you would need to. So that's Running by the Mile.
Okay.
And the other one is Driven to Drive, which follows my career. And I offer a lot of tips through there for somebody who maybe is a driver right now and wondering, how do I get past these challenges? If you've ever had someone, I had a company that they kept losing my trip envelope. And so I wasn't getting paid because that's how they paid the drivers. After a while, that gets a little frustrating so I offered tips on what I did and, it was a matter of just photocopying, but I explained how that helped and how I started getting paid regularly. So I always encourage drivers, don't let somebody else's bad organization interrupt your pay schedule. If you're not getting paid for whatever reason, then maybe you need to just go and have a chat and see what you can do on your end to make sure that happens.
Very good. So how can our viewers find a copy of these books, or how can they order, or how can they read?
The books are both available in paperback. So if they go to bruceoutridge.com, they can download it, have a paperback shipped to them. They can download it. Driven to Drive is available for free. So if they want to just go to the website, they can sign up for my Owning Your Success newsletter, which comes out every month, and they will get a copy of the book for free. So I believe I've had a great career in transportation, and I believe in helping people have the same. So.
That's so nice to hear. Sharing is, sharing is what Bruce believes in. That is his ideology, and definitely I would encourage all our viewers to go to his website, outridgeenterprises.ca, and they can find out more details, subscribe to his newsletter. There's tons of information coming your way every week or every fortnightly. You mentioned about sharing your own challenges and the problems you faced in the trucking industry and then writing a book. How can the newcomers or the viewers, those who are watching today's show, how can they equip themselves with the right information to choose the specific carrier for them, like a transportation company?
So it will depend on where they are in their career. If there's somebody brand new, they really should be looking at the larger carriers like the Challenger Motor Freights and those kind of carriers, which have the support system and the training system to help them. Okay. If they've been driving for a few years, they may have more options as far as the smaller carriers, but it's finding what they like to do and finding a carrier that works with what they are interested in doing. So if you're a person that's interested in going to California, but you only want to be gone 2 days a week, that's not going, you need to find that carrier that fits with. And once you do that and you're happy, the miles will come. Okay. As we all know, that you don't chase the money, chase the way you want to work, and the money will follow.
Right. Okay, so that is an excellent suggestion. How to find a right company, but how to be, how to be retained there. That is equally important. How you perform there, so that you are part of that successful story.
Yes, well, one of the things that I speak about a lot is the top 20%. You've heard that at many of our seminars. In all of my career, all the opportunities came from being in the top 20% of the fleet. That might be keeping your truck clean. That might be the kind of, you're a driver that's on time. You're a team player. You're willing to help out when things you're helping other drivers. There's nothing worse than being the brand new driver in a fleet and nobody will talk to you. So,
Yeah.
you see that new person out, boy, it's a stressful time for them as well as for yourself. Go over and shake their hand or say hello, and maybe they want to know where something is in the shop or something, and help them out that way. If you become that kind of person, you will move up in the eyes of the management of the fleet.
Wow.
And when people are coming looking for different contracts and looking for people to be on selected teams, they're going to pick from the top 20% of the fleet.
Right.
They're not picking the people who are never on time. So being on time, being a team player, being somebody who's happy to get along with, being professional, so, dressing appropriately, even though you're in a truck by yourself for, 10, 12 hours a day, you still see the waitress, you still see people at the truck stop, you still see receivers and shippers. Look professional, whether it's, just a golf shirt or a clean t-shirt. I'm not saying you have to dress up in a suit, but you can wear clean jeans. You can have the proper equipment, whether it's vests or boots or whatever the company's asking for. So.
Very good. And I know there are a lot of career options within the trucking industry, within a career when you join them. We recently heard from Guy Broderick, who started as a driver and now he's a driver trainer, recruiter, and into compliance. So definitely there are tons of opportunities. The only thing you need to do is be ethical, be professional, do the right thing, and be open to learning, be open to new opportunities. And that is where programs like these, or events like Smart Trucker Seminar Series or Road Today Show, or any other trucking and transportation events you hear about, do visit those events and take your families along with us.
That's right.
This program is also very much focused on road safety, because that impacts each and everyone on the road.
That's right.
So how do you see today's drivers, whether they are truck drivers or regular drivers, behaving?
In a hurry. I think that's probably the biggest thing, is everybody seems to be in a hurry, which makes it even more important for the driver, the professional driver, to do trip planning and really look at their whole route, the way they're going, the times they're leaving, and see how they can best minimize going through traffic of someplace like Toronto. Trip planning is key.
Trip planning. Well, trip planning is very important, whether you are driving a big rig or you are just driving in your local area. So plan your route, have some extra time into your schedule, and please drive according to weather conditions. I know now is a good time, it's springtime, but very soon we'll be again in the fall, in the winter, season.
It might be spring here, but it might be snowing in Colorado. So, always be prepared no matter what the conditions, for sure.
Exactly. And we often talk to OPP, officers and local law enforcement officials. They say that there are big, 4 reasons, the big 4 which are causing a lot of fatalities, a lot of collisions on our roads over here. And they are the aggressive driving, impaired driving, distracted driving, and the non-usage of seatbelts. So we would encourage all our viewers to be extra cautious, especially on these 4 reasons, and please drive sensibly. Driving is road safety. It's a shared responsibility, and driving is not a right. It's a privilege given to you.
That's right. That's right. Yeah.
So we are almost out of time, but Bruce, tell us, how do you see the industry evolving in the coming times? Because technology, disruptive innovation, Uber in trucking, automation, automotive trucking. So how do you see?
It's going to be a very challenge. It's challenging just to keep up with the changes, never mind actually be a part of them. But I think the industry is focused, of course, on safety, and then the driver filling the seat, and the autonomous vehicles and stuff were showing us that. So I think just keeping up with technology. I think as a driver, if you're one of those drivers who are not used to using technology like tablets, just get comfortable with that, because more and more of that's being included in every vehicle, and you're going to have to use it. There's going to become a time where you have to start using technology. So if you're already not comfortable with cell phones and tablets and stuff, start using that as much as you can in your daily, whether it's to organize your schedule, whether it's to help you with trip planning. And then as these technology changes come in, you will be able to adapt. And electronic logs is a prime example, right? It's coming in at the end of this year if you're a carrier running to the US. If you cannot figure out how to, and it's much like a tablet. So if you understand how to work a tablet, you'll understand icons and probably be able to get through something like that. That's a change.
So learning is key to succeed, and whether you are in trucking, transportation, or any other professional stream, be open to ideas, be open to new opportunities, and that is what we encourage all our viewers. So once again, Bruce, thank you for being a leading light of the industry. We look forward to more and more sessions, more and more interactive discussions with you, because like I always say, knowledge is power.
That's right.
And knowledge is key to success. So that is all we can share in today's program on Road Today 360. Once again, we thank all our viewers for sharing your time with us and sending us your valuable feedback. For more information on Bruce Outridge, do visit his website, and the website is
BruceOutridge.com is probably the best one, and OutridgeEnterprises.ca, like you mentioned, is also
right.
available.
So you can follow him on Twitter. You can follow him on YouTube. He has a YouTube channel as well. BruceOutridge.com or OutridgeEnterprises.ca. So ਇੱਥੇ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਦਿਓ ਇਜਾਜ਼ਤ। ਬਹੁਤ ਬਹੁਤ ਸ਼ੁਕਰੀਆ ਅੱਜ ਦੇ ਪ੍ਰੋਗਰਾਮ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਜੁੜਨ ਦੇ ਲਈ। ਅਗਲੇ ਹਫਤੇ ਨਵੀਂ ਮੁਲਾਕਾਤ ਨਵੇਂ ਗੈਸਟ ਸਾਹਿਬਾਨ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਜੁੜਾਂਗੇ। ਸਟੇ ਸੇਫ। ਔਰ ਮਈ 27 ਤੁਸੀਂ ਜਰੂਰ ਨੋਟ ਕਰ ਲਓ, ਮਈ 27 ਨੂੰ 9ਵਾਂ ਸਾਲਾਨਾ ਰੋਡ ਟੂਡੇ ਸ਼ੋਅ ਔਰ ਜੌਬ ਫੇਅਰ ਬਰੈਂਪਟਨ ਦੇ ਸੌਕਰ ਸੈਂਟਰ ਵਿੱਚ ਲੱਗਣ ਜਾ ਰਿਹਾ ਹੈ। ਪਰਿਵਾਰਾਂ ਲਈ ਬੜਾ ਅੱਛਾ ਮਨੋਰੰਜਨ ਹੈ, ਬਹੁਤ ਸਾਰੇ ਤੋਹਫੇ ਔਰ ਬਹੁਤ ਸਾਰੀਆਂ ਓਪਰਚੁਨਿਟੀਜ਼ ਟੂ ਗੈਟ ਹਾਇਰਡ ਵਿਦ ਕੈਨੇਡਾਜ਼ ਬੈਸਟ ਕੰਪਨੀਜ਼। ਸੋ ਮਈ 27 ਦਿਨ ਸ਼ਨੀਵਾਰ ਸਵੇਰੇ 10 ਤੋਂ ਲੈ ਕੇ ਸ਼ਾਮੀ 5 ਵਜੇ ਤੱਕ। ਅਗਲੇ ਹਫਤੇ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਨਾਲ ਇਸੇ ਸਟੂਡੀਓ ਵਿੱਚ ਦੁਬਾਰਾ ਫੇਰ ਮਿਲਾਂਗੇ। ਬਹੁਤ ਬਹੁਤ ਸ਼ੁਕਰੀਆ। ਸਤਿ ਸ਼੍ਰੀ ਅਕਾਲ।